Before you go. Please, just don't leave me hanging. Oh, we're not hanging. What's up, everybody? The Moontime Dwellers here. Back with some Modern Merfolk. Hope everybody's having a good night tonight. Gonna play a league. Haven't really changed the list up too much since the last time. Did a little bit, though. I switched the Mistcallers into Cursecatchers. Brought back the old Shadowmoor Classic. Went back down to 2 Spell Pierces. Don't have any more Harbingers in the deck. Just seeing how that goes. It's how the Cursecatchers got back into the deck. You know, beforehand I might put in like 2 or 3 Harbingers and maybe add another Spell Pierce, or 2 Harbingers and do 4 Spell Pierces. Either way, we're going with this tonight. Already joined the league, so it's already too late. Pretty stock sideboard as far as Moontime Dweller goes. I think my classic signature Spell Snare is going to be even better now that everybody's going all crazy about this Assassin's Trophy card. And that's going to be everywhere. So that just makes Spell Snare inherently better, right? Right. Let's go with that. Alright. Cut Kapala and brought in Kira. The reason I put in Kapala was because I lost to a really bad matchup, which is Hardened Scales Affinity, and I thought Kapala would be better than Kira in that matchup specifically, so I put Kapala in there. I feel like Kira might be a little better now, again because of Assassin's Trophy and other cards that have come out with the new set. I feel like people are really trying a lot of new stuff out, and they're probably going to be using spot removal cards over things that do damage to each creature, or, you know, something that Kira can't protect from, like Abrupt Decay is going to be coming out for Assassin's Trophy a lot of times. So that makes Kira better also. Otherwise, got 2 Disdainful Strokes, if they will come up. Here they are. And we got 2 Echoing Truths, as normal, 1 Negate, 4 Relics of Progenitus, and 2 Dispels. Just 2 Dismembers and 2 Spell Pierce in the main. Literally everything else is a 4 of, and they're creatures, or Aether Vials or Spreading Seas. And regular old lands, dozen islands, 2 Cavern Souls, Minamo, Aboro, and 4 Mutavaults. Let's fire one up. Let's fire one up, right? Here we go. Here we go. You're more than welcome to join the chat. I will do my best to interact with you as much as I can. This is kind of running on a screen and a half right now. I got like an Amazon Kindle here with the Twitch in it. Uh-oh, running out of time. Oh, our opponent ran out of time. Yuck. That was a little too good to be true, right? Got matched up like... Hope everybody can hear me. I think they can. I saw the microphone. It wasn't leaving me hanging there. Alright. See if I can bring this a little closer. That might be a little better. Yeah, so after, I think after probably the 2nd or 3rd round... Oh, there goes my screen. I'd say after the 2nd or 3rd round, it'd be fair to start going over my giveaway that I have set up for tonight. I'm not going to be giving away tonight. I will be giving away at the end of the month of October. And it'll have to do with subscriptions and Twitch Prime and all that. I got some pretty cool stuff to give away. Seeing as how I don't have very many subscribers, if any, I guess, for this month, technically. Whoever subscribes will have a pretty damn good chance of winning. Okay. I mean, you know, it seems okay. I don't really have much to say about this hand. You know, if you got 3 cards that are replacing themselves, and you really don't know what's coming next. So I'm fine with just an island. And let's see, so they got Cinderglade. This could be like an 8-whack deck. This could be some kind of fast green-red zoo deck. This could be Scapeshift. I guess Scapeshift is probably the most common and most competitive answer. But, you know, a bunch of new cards out these days, so people are trying a bunch of new approaches. Well, looks like Scapeshift, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a tough matchup. So I need to try and keep them off of green as much as I can. And these dismembers are just not helping. Yep. Show a Master of Waves. And getting a Boro. That's not the worst draw in the world. Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, depending on what kind of version they're playing, they might be playing like a turbo version of this deck. I really like that with the Hour. I can't remember. It was an Hour of like Arrival or something like that. Something from Hour of Devastation. And they could go search their library for 2 of any land, and of course, and then some other thing. Like if they had deserts, they get something. Like a zombie token or something. I mean, Valakut's already out. I'm willing to go ahead and turn that into an island. I'd be lying if I didn't tell you I was holding on to Spreading Seas for something else. Wait a second. Did I say that correctly? I don't know. I could attack here, but it's really not going to do anything but leave me with a tapped creature and them with an extra land. So I guess the only difference there would have been if they had left it on the field, but that's probably not going to happen. That's not likely. Can't dismember it, can't really do much with it. So I think the magic number is 7 or 8. I can't remember. With Scapeshift, they have 4 cards in their hand, so they could certainly have it, you know, right here. They didn't have a Titan, which I think is really good. At least they didn't have a Titan right then. I mean, I'm fine with a Regery here. You know, next turn is either a win for them or a Titan for them. So, really, I'm out of options at this point. All right. So they go to 13 here. That means they're going for it. Yep, they're going for something here. At the very least, it's going to be a Primeval Titan. At the worst, it's going to be Scapeshift. Okay. Let's see. At the best for me, it'd be a Titan. At the worst, it'd be a Scapeshift, because that would, I'm pretty sure that'd be game. Or, you know, close enough to the point where they would just get it. Okay, so they got another Valakut, and looks like they're going to get at least one trigger here. Pop the Regery. I mean, I can pay a bunch of life and do some damage to a Valakut, depending on if I get another Spreading Seas here. Maybe that's really the only thing here. That's a Lord. I don't really see getting far ahead without killing the Titan. So, I mean, as much as I don't want to, I'll pay 8 life and kill it. I mean, this is one of the only options I've got, I feel like. I don't think I've ever done that before. So I've already played a land. I could just play a Lord and swing in for a good bit. And that would put him on the ropes for next turn. Now, if they have another Titan or like a scape shift, then fine, you know, whatever. But here I get to do 6 more and can put them in trouble for next turn. They drew the scape shift, or they had it the whole time, maybe. Either way, that is the game. Yeah. Hey. Scape shift is not a good matchup for us, for obvious reasons. Sorry, all my computer's moving a little slow. Not quite as bad as it normally is, actually. Well, I think Disdainful Stroke is definitely something to come in here. Kira could be something. Negate could be something. Because usually they bring in some kind of wipe, like Anger of the Gods or something like that. So I would think maybe, even though Dismember was pretty crucial there, it did not help much in the long run. So, and I think Spell Pierce is good to come out also. Spell Snare is enticing. Especially, well, see, I'll be on the play. So, Spell Snare's kind of enticing because they have Farseek and the Elder, and I think something else. I don't know, something else. Do they do Explore? I don't know, I got something stuck in my throat here. Alright. Dispel. You know, maybe. Kira seems alright. I mean, maybe that would be decent. It would stop a Valakut trigger hitting one of my creatures. Yeah, that could be good. Because the Valakut actually hits Master of Waves, which is terrible for Master of Waves. So I might actually cut a Master of Waves to bring in both Kiras. Spreading Seas is decent, you know. If you can shut them off of green, I think it's worth keeping Spreading Seas in. So, you know, some people like to take them out because, you know, they sacrifice them to Scape Shift, but I say, shoot, you know, if they're playing Scape Shift, they're probably winning the game if you're not countering it somehow. Like using Venser or, you know, Unsubstantiate or some other actual counterspell. Another rough hand here. I mean, again, I got 2 cards that replace themselves. It's not a super fast game, but I just don't want to risk going to 6 and getting, you know, like 1 land and, you know, no vials or something like that. So they went to 6, but they're on the draw, so they kind of have the prerogative to do that. And they know it's a pretty good matchup, and, you know, they're already 1-0. So yeah, you can be a little cockier with your hand when it comes to that kind of stuff. There's a stroke. That's a sweet sideboard card. But not for right now. Alright. Give me a Merfolk. We need Merfolk. More Merfolk. Not more islands. I said more Merfolk. God darn it, deck. God darn it. Alright, well, got Kira out. That's pretty sweet. Always makes me kind of get a little peace of mind when I have Kira out. But here, watch they go. Land, anger of the gods. Bah! Totally happening. See, I think about those situations because, you know, those are like the worst possible situations, like hitting like one of those what is it, the something revenge or return, Kozilek's return. They could do that right now and do 2 damage at instant speed and just take out my board, and they would get to hit you know, a trickster, or they get to hit another adept and then know that I have a trickster coming. So, you know, that's for them. 2 strokes. I dig it. I dig it. I think I might be kind of telegraphing that I have a counterspell by leaving 2 islands untapped. Instead of, like, you know, using like the 2 islands, and especially I'm telegraphing by not using the Mutavault in my attack this turn. There's an Elder. So after this turn, well, right now, as of right now, I'm going to try and keep 2 mana untapped. As much as possible, so I can possibly, you know, hit a stroke on their Titan or their Scapeshift. Yeah, I think that'll work. Got a Minamo. Minamo. I was not around when that was out in Standard. Everybody said that was such a great block, but I had quit by that point. I you know, I was just starting college, I think, and couldn't be distracted by Magic. Ooh, got him to 4. Pretty sweet. Still very open to an Anger of the Gods. But if they hit a Titan here, or you know, Scapeshift itself, I can counter that. Hour of Devastation. Speaking of the whole set, wow. Okay, well we'll counter that. That's pretty peculiar to put in a deck. All right. All creatures lose indestructible until end of turn. They get 5 damage to each non-bolus planeswalker. What a crazy card. Lucky I had 2 disdainful strokes in my hand. Ugh. Anger of the Gods is much better than that. Wonder who's getting indestructible that they're worried about. Maybe they were just worried about the 5 damage for 5 mana. Because of the humans. Probably because of humans. Yeah, humans is getting real... They get real big real quick. You can outpace a Scapeshift deck. Merfolk, on the other hand, you have to have 3 Lords out to actually... You know, ours are just kind of static as long as Lords are out. Theirs, they're putting counters and stuff on all their humans. So, it's a little wee bit different. And Spirits... For some reason, a lot of the Spirits have bigger butts than the Merfolk do, or just a lot of other creatures in general. Well, we got 29 main. Kira was pretty good. Still on the... Well, see, I'm on the draw this time because I won there. So, I mean, I'll go for it. I'm still digging it. I'd love to see those disdainful strokes again. Five land hand, 2 Mutavaults. And they got a snap keep hand. Let's go to 6. Okay. Okay. Am I into another island? Let's ship that to the bottom. Let's see what happens here. I mean, probably should have kept that on top, but, to be conservative. But with Aether Vial out, I don't feel like I'm going to need to do that as much. I've already got 3 Lords in my hand. This could get ugly quickly. Also have a negate set up, so I can counter Scape Shift, but not Primeval Titan. Stroke is definitely much better in that regard. There's going to be probably an Elder here, right? Broken Bond, huh? And they get to play a land from their hand. Alright, well that put me way behind here. Broken Bond. I mean, that's from one of the new sets, I think. Yeah. Sorcery. Oh, that's why it's so cheap. I was wondering there. Like, damn, that card's really good. But it's a sorcery, so that's a little bit slower. Hey, Scientist, how you doing, bud? It's good to see you. 3 Lord hand normally is pretty good. Let's see, they got 2 cards left in their hand, but they already got 5 lands out, so... Looking for that stroke. Stroke. I mean, yeah, I probably should hold up for the negate there. But they don't have the... Well... Yeah, let's see. If they play 1 more land, then yeah, they could go get Scape Shift and it'd be over. Titan, if they get another land in Titan, it could be over. Always have it. They never don't have it. It's amazing. Alright. Well, they got 1 card left in their hand. Way behind after that Broken Bond. What a blowout from Broken Bond. That's a damn good card to sideboard in. What can I say? What can I say? Alright, so they did have 5 other mountains. They need more mountains to make it happen. But I am in a considerable amount of trouble right now. Because these here lords are dying. I might be dying. Yeah, they just, I mean, it really doesn't matter if they draw a card, if they draw a land, they just play it and do 6 damage. If they draw a non-land card, sweet, play it and get a bunch more land and do more than 6 damage. So, yeah, I might be wrapping this one up pretty quickly here. Damn. Just got out of control too fast. That Broken Bond, man. That Broken Bond. I hate blaming it on 1 card. No, I don't. No, I don't. I'm lying. I love blaming it on 1 card. That's totally not true. But, I mean... I don't know if I don't know. I'd probably have all the Lords out. I'd probably have 4 Lords out at this point. If I'd kept the Aether Vial and just been playing 1 and vialing 1 every turn. So, yeah, this is very troublesome. So I go to 11 minus 6. I go to 5. There's just no way to come back from that. Yeah, we'll just move right along with our life, huh? Yeah, how about that one? Probably should have quit a little while ago. That was rough. Good game too, though. Good game too. Really got ahead quickly and got to counter their payoff spell, and that's really all you got to do is counter their big fat payoff spell, like the Titan or Escape Shift, and that's really I wouldn't want to say glass cannon, but pretty close to it. If you can just counter at least one or two waves of their big cards, they're in just as much trouble as any other Zoo deck or Eldrazi deck or anything that gets their stuff countered. So let's see here. Alright, we got another one on the line. Oh boy, we fishing, we got one. We got him. Is he gonna come? Is he coming? Is he gonna show up? No, he's not showing up. Come on now. Come on, we got you, come on. Don't want to cut bait. I gotta cut bait. Some bitch, had to do that twice in a row now. Come on. Yeah, I don't really have very good audio for throwing a fishing line out. Not so good at it. Oh boy. You know how I get excited when another guy shows up to play some Magic with me. Ooh, doggy. Four land hand with a Lord and two Cursecatchers, eh? I mean, with the Mutavault, I'm okay with it. If there was no Mutavault, I would definitely consider going down to 6. Street Wraith, Forest, this could be either Hollow One or Bridgevine or Living End, I guess. Forest is probably common in Living End, but I'd imagine only maybe one of them. Depending on how heavy, your creatures are in green. I would think Living End has so many different creatures, that you can use. Wow, okay, so they just conceded. This might be Living End. If I have Cursecatcher out, because Cursecatcher's really good against them. Okay. I mean, you showed me Street Wraith, so relics are coming in. I'm not confident enough to bring in Echoing Truth. I don't know if this is Bridgevine or not. So I think it's okay to take like one Vial out and maybe a Master of Waves or a Regery. I think a Master is okay. Because from what I remember with any of these type of decks, Hollow One, Bridgevine, Living End, a lot of the graveyard decks are 2 and 3 colors. So Spreading Seas will be pretty strong. And usually they're not blue. I mean, they might have 1 or 2 blue lands. Doubtful, though. Alright. Well, what you got for me? It's kind of wacky for them to be like, well, these 7 cards don't beat Merfolk. Guess I'll just concede. I don't know. I'm kind of thrown off by this, but whatever. This way I'm just gonna go with holding up for Spell Pierce, and then I'm gonna hold up for Spell Pierce again next turn, and then just play Trickster at the end, and then, well, I don't know. We might have to do an audible there. Saw that boy right there in my hand. I don't know. A lot of Magic to me is not only attitude but feel in your gut. What do you feel like you need to do in your gut feeling, man? Do I feel lucky, punk? Do you? So this guy right here made this deck so much better. This card, like, if the graveyard is hit real hard, they can wait and put this out and then just start cycling stuff and win the game that way. Card is ridiculously good. Well, screw the Spreading Seas plan. That is a pretty sweet card. Me likey. See, like, this is why I wouldn't play like a Reanimator deck or something like that in Modern, because they're just straight up hate cards that every deck can play, and you're just done. I mean, I understand that, if I just have a creature-based deck and they have, they just throw 4 Anger of the Gods or 4 Wrath of Gods or, 4 Damnations or whatever in their sideboard. But it's just a very different feel than graveyard hate, I mean, I've played graveyard, decks that live off the graveyard, like Storm and Legacy. That's so much fun. But in Modern, Relic is just a given. Just about everywhere. I don't know what to say, y'all. I'll take it. Smoke them if you got them, right? That's what they always said on the website for Widespread Panic, man. My favorite band, the Widespread Panic. We'd always be sending in the text messages from the concerts, one by one, which song was happening and all that. Oh man, what a crazy time. That was like 10 years ago now. Third match already? This is pretty crazy. I've only been on for maybe 45 minutes. Well, actually, that first match lasted a pretty good while. A little longer than I should have. Let it last. I guess I forgot to tell everybody now that's a new month. If you have Amazon Prime and Twitch, you can connect your accounts and put them together, and you get a subscription, a free subscription, and you can put it toward your favorite streamer on Twitch. And I would love it if you put it towards me for the month. We get paid just as much as if you put a subscription for $4.99 towards us. If you do that, and it would be much appreciated. I'm trying to make this a little bit of a side thing. Maybe not make a lot of money, but at least make something, right? Make it a little something, right? And if you're already, paying for Amazon Prime, it really takes you less than a couple minutes to set it up and be a nice guy. Be a nice person. This is a pretty sweet hand, isn't it? Yeah. Especially going blind. You really have no idea what you're playing against right here. I mean, you have like a 5% chance of knowing what you're playing against, and that's only by knowing the name of the player. We'll just get an island out and go for an Aether Vial. Say, hey, guess what? We're Merfolk! I'm thinking Scred. Or, okay, this could be that new Faithless Looting. Yeah, I think this could be that Faithless Looting, like, 12-bolt burn deck. This will be interesting. I don't think I've played against this yet. Let's cut one land off here. They got 5 cards, so hopefully this will help. And if they attack with Young Pyromancer, I'm going to bring in a Cursecatcher and block the hell out of that card. But it's very doubtful. Highly doubtful that'll happen. Going to 18. For a Thoughtseize, huh? Have at it. I got 2 Cursecatchers, so, I mean, even if you take one, it's okay. Alright, not really sure what this is. I guess maybe this is Mardu Pyromancer. We just haven't seen white yet. They still attack with Young Pyromancer. I'm gonna laugh so hard. Oh man, I wanted to laugh. Why can't I laugh? I'm gonna cry. Nah, I can't be crying when Cursecatcher comes on the board. Shadow Moor. God, I love that set. Alright. Got a Cursecatcher, got a Trickster here. Don't really have a way of doing much. They probably have some kind of removal spell for the Mutavault. Unfortunately. Well, I can probably counter it. Okay, let's go for it. So it'll bring them down to 13, and they don't really want to block. I mean, the token might block the Cursecatcher. Yeah. Should have said the token will definitely block the Cursecatcher. Because those tokens are straight up pawns for that deck. Now, the problem with this is that even though they cast the card, if I counter it, doesn't matter. They tried to cast it, and they'll still get a token. So, that is definitely a problem. But in certain situations, it may not be. Uh-oh. I'd imagine there's some kind of removal here. But let's go for it. Let's see what happens. Maybe they have a Terminate and I can counter it. Nope. Nope. They got Fatal Push. Okay. Still only black-red so far. I haven't seen the white. But I'm not sold that it's anything other than what is it? Mardu Pyromancer right now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Mardu Pyromancer. Alright. Let's go for the Cursecatcher. And another... Well, let's put the Lord out the end of the turn, maybe. I mean, I could be greedy and try to get 3 damage in, but I think Spell Pierce might still be good. Because now Cursecatcher's out, I can counter a Fatal Push or a Bolt. They're drawing a good bit of land. I guess that's a good thing. Alright, what you got? What you got? What you got? Come on. Bring it to the flow. Yeah, that's a collective brutality. Well, let's attempt to Spell Pierce it. This way I can just get, I can net Spell Pierce out of it, I guess. Because I'm not going to be able to... Oh, they're just going to... Okay. That's kind of interesting. They have 2 cards left. I'd imagine one of them's going to be a removal spell, but I can't help but try to block. Damn. Got another push. Wow. 2 pushes and 12 cards? How do you do this? How do you get all your good cards? It makes me cry. Yeah, it's pretty terrible here, but whatever. They got 1 card left, so do we. I still think my deck... Ah! Damn it! I still think my deck is superior, but damn it, not when I keep drawing islands. Well, I mean, I guess the only thing I can hope for is they go for like Liliana of the Veil right now. Hell, I'm going to try and counter it now. I'm going to make them take 2 life. They can have my Spell Pierce. They didn't even attack. Interesting. I guess they'd lose a token. Yeah, okay, right on. Trickster's not bad. Can be played off of over a Thoughtseize. And they still would lose 2 life. Wish I had that last turn. There's Faithless Looting. They get another token. Okay, so Echoing Truth will definitely be a good sideboard card for this matchup. Ooh, I kind of wanted him to feel safe in attacking, but I guess they didn't. Wonder why. Wonder why. Stay at 2 there. And continue to draw islands. Yuck. That is so frustrating. You got 20 lands in the deck. Let's see, so I've seen 15 cards. I should see 1 every 3 cards, right? That's the ratio. So I mean, technically we're right on point. I mean, literally have 45 cards left in the deck and have 5 lands. So, can't complain too much there. Now I can complain. No. So, like I said in the most recent podcast I was on, Fishing, a Merfolk podcast, Cody Smith and his buddy Matthew. When you're playing against Mardu Pyromancer and you see this big bad booty daddy, you are in trouble, and the game has probably gone too far. So I'm willing to just save time and move on, because they're going to get a bunch of prowess, they're going to get a bunch more tokens, they're going to get, everything they need here. And, they've already stabilized. Definitely think Dispels are necessary. Definitely think Kira's are necessary. Definitely think Echoing Truths are necessary. Spell Snare, I didn't see Terminate. So that only goes after Young Pyromancer and Collective Brutality, which will both be still in the deck. Master Waves can probably hit the bricks. I like to think Spell Piercers can hit the bricks too. God, this is a Kolaghan's Command deck, isn't it? So maybe Master Waves can come back and Vial can come out. Just because they're going to bring in some kind of artifact removal. And if I don't have any artifacts to get rid of, then they're going to be stuck there with some cards in their hand. I think I'm okay with that. Question is, do I need Negate and or Stroke? Seems like Spreading Seas is really good when you see it. Hesitate to put in Master of Waves, but I've got the Kira for the Master. Because Path to Exile and Liliana the Veil and pushes, after you do Revolt. There's a lot of different ways it can go. Yeah, I like keeping Dismember in there for Young Pyromancer too. And I guess you can hit Bedlam Reveler with it. As long as they haven't cast, I guess, 3 spells. So they have 3 counters of prowess. I don't know, Scientist. That's really just what I've always used. Just the way I've always done it. I've been on Moto for probably 7 years now. And Probably just never explored it, and you know, this is what came up on standard, you know, on it, and I just did it that way. I love to you know, organize it by converted cost, of course. That's usually what I do first and foremost. Don't think I really want a fourth land, kinda with the master there. Oh man. I'm sitting here like, God, I wish that was an Aether Vial. Alright. Here we go, here we go. Got another blue land. Jesus. Guess I'll play a cavern. Uh-oh. Computer's starting to slow down on me. Come on now. Don't heat up on me too much. Alright. We okay, I think. Just having a little trouble. Just woo-saw, computer, woo-saw. That's usually what calms me down when somebody cuts me off in traffic or something, right? Yeah. They don't use your damn turn signals. Who the hell is teaching people to drive these days, right? Good God. Oh, scientist, don't worry about it, man. I mean, you weren't telling me what to do by any means. I don't know. I gotta look at the card view. I guess I have seen other people do that, where it just has one copy of the card and it says the number in the corner. Yeah. That probably is a cleaner view of the deck. But usually with my decks, I'm gonna have like 4 of just about everything, and I'll go over it. Usually, after or before leagues. But yeah, that's probably smarter to do overall. I'll look into doing that. So young Pyromancer, yeah. I mean, might as well attack with the master too, because if they block, great, fantastic, it's dead. If not, whatever. You're at 14. We'll just try to, you know, be okay with it. Dreadbore. Darn. Didn't bring in the old spell snares. Saw Dreadbore. Well then. Hopefully we get a replacement right here. That'd be fantastic. That's not a replacement. Come on, deck. It's not a replacement. It's a scab. It's a piece of garbage. At least right now. Sometimes I'm begging for islands. Begging for lands. Can't get them. Well, yeah, they're just going to block with that elemental token, so that's okay. I'm expecting a Path to Exile or a push of some sort on the Master Waves. And that's going to put us way behind. They got 5 cards left. Just dropped a land. This could be that Orzhov Pontiff. Or, yeah, Lingering Souls too. That's probably, yeah, that's probably good too. I guess I'm more used to that Aristocrats build that was out for a while. Gotta get used to this. She's got more efficient cards in it. That's really all it is. As of right now, that's their only white, but of course that can be changed. Well, there's an Echoing Truth. That's pretty good. Still can't really attack much, though. Really need that Master of Pearl Trident out. Or an Island Walk Lord. Now that I got Spreading Seas, I mean, I'm just raring and waiting. So once they flash back Lingering Souls and maybe play it again, they play it, maybe if they have another copy, I'll wait till they'll flash it back again, you know, and once they have like 8 or 10 tokens of spirits, I'll use the Truth. Because I'm still at full 20. A lot of times when you're playing against this deck, they'll just be like, okay, flash it back, play a land, play my other copy. You're just like, ugh. But if I take more than like 6 damage from these spirit tokens, probably going to use the Truth sooner rather than later. Island Walk Lord. Close though. Close. We can cut them off a white. For now. So it shows they don't have Pet the Exile in their hand. Ugh. Adept costs 5 mana right now. That is not good. Mutavaults are only 3/3s, so they'll block with the 3 tokens here. But I think I'm okay with that happening. Because I can bring the other 2 elemental tokens at them, and maybe they'll chump, maybe they won't. I'm interested to see what they do. Because when the elemental tokens die, you know, the Master of Waves is essentially useless. I mean, it's a Merfolk, yeah, but you know, you don't really care as much if it gets hit by removal. Okay. I'm interested that they're taking 3 damage here. That's, okay, sure. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you targeting? Me? What's going on here? Targeting Mutavault. Okay. Well, I can't counter it. Alright, Mutavault dies. Can't Echoing Truth it, of course, so that's what happens. When your opponent has good cards in their hand, they usually play them. Yeah, it's a pretty good general consensus, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. You got more Lingering Souls? Alright. That's a tapped Blackleaf Glyphs. Heard in paper that this card is worth so much money now. Seems a little frivolous to me to have that card worth more than $50. Especially this card. I mean, I was around when Badlands was worth $15. This is worth more than $50 right now in paper? What happened? What happened? Okay, well that's fine. Take a bunch of damage in the air here. But once they finally flash back the souls again next turn, or... Oh, I guess they discarded them there and flashed it back. Oh, well hell. Let's go for it. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Another land. Oh, this jerk of a deck is being such a jerk. Tap the land, you jerk. Hate paying 5 mana for a Silvergill Adept. Gah. Best card in the deck, my ass. Just paid 5 mana to draw a card. Fuck. Feels terrible. Well, that's an Inquisition of Kozilek. That'll get rid of my Trickster. Bye-bye, Trickster. Bye-bye. Well, 3 mana for a Molten Rain on my Mutavault. Okay. It's peculiar to say the least. I mean, Molten Rain and Mardu Pyromancer, huh? Seems fair. Draw 2 Silvergills in a row, yeah. At least he left me with a 5th land. Good lord, don't know what I'd do without it. Sweet Cursecatcher, bro. Alright, I mean, they're considerably far ahead, but if I can just get an Island Walk Lord and hope they don't have any removal, I'll be in a pretty good position. They're still searching for stuff. They are looting faithlessly. They discarded 2 lands. Okay. Means that they have 2 pretty sweet cards in their hand, I'd imagine. They're not attacking. There's the Island Walking Lord we needed. That's a Cursecatcher. This is Island Walk. 3, 6, 9, 11. Oh. So it's not lethal. And if they have something awesome, then, you know, I'm just not going to worry with it. Yep, they got removal. Naturally. Is this... I guess Collective Brutality. Oh, they did have Terminate. Wow. So we can actually counter this. I lose 2 creatures, yeah. They lose a life. Because they have to go fetch and pay for it. Or they don't. I guess not. Guess I'm just losing 1 creature right now. That's a peculiar way to play this. I guess they have something better lined up. I don't know. Maybe they have a Bedlam Reveler. They have a Faithless Looting. Yeah, they're going to hit the Lord, so they got some removal finally for the Lord. But if I hit another one by sheer luck next turn, then I can just win outright. Because they have no cards left in their hand. Okay, well, I'll just block one of the tokens. Because protection from red is flippin' awesome. Did not get another Lord. Was really hoping on that epic luck. Alright, well, I'm at 5. Or they're at 5, I mean. I think I could probably just try to punch through here for 2. Try to win that way, maybe. I don't know. If I draw a Lord, then I can just use Master again, maybe? I don't know. What are we thinking? Thinking. Oh, yeah. Macho King Randy Savage. Oh, yeah. Alright, come on now. Either give it up or win the game. Come on now. We're at that point in the game. Let's go. Yep. Faithless looting. Out of the graveyard. Here we go. Alright, Faithless Looting has discarded Hazaret and a land. Wow, they have Hazaret in this deck. Interesting. I mean, I guess late game they do all that a lot. I don't know, man. I don't know. If I were them, I would just bring everything at me. I mean, hell, they got 4, 7, 8, 9... 8 that can attack, I guess. Yeah, maybe that's not the best idea. I can take 4 and go to 7. They got 1 card in their hand. I think Cursecatcher might come into play here. So let's get lucky. We got 41 cards left. How many lords have we burned through? Just the 2. So we got a 6 in 41 chance of drawing a Lord, you're telling me? Well, anybody that took fractions in middle school, help me out. Aw, boo. Aw, boo. Wouldn't even have been able to play it anyway. Because they played Kolagon's Command during my upkeep. Or my draw step. I can just counter it, but let's see, returning a card from the graveyard to their hand. Okay, I can actually counter this. That's fine. That's pretty bad. We don't really want them doing that. And I guess I'll make them think I have a halfway decent card in my hand. I mean, I think they've already got it anyway. Right? They're 4, yeah, they got it. Even if I had the Master laid back, I would have lost. Gosh, I hate to lose like that too. Bring him to 1 and then I lose. If I'd gotten a Lord there, I think I would have been in really good shape. Kira would have been a huge help there. God, they just kept hitting me with bolts and pushes and terminates and dreadbores. Kira would have been an MVP. Man. I always seem to lose my matches early, too. I don't know. I guess it's good to get them out of the way, but shit. Trying to go 5-0 here, man. Come on. Messing up my plans. This was like a really similar version to the deck that I played when I top 8'd regionals in North Carolina. And, I mean, granted, I know that was closing in on 2 years ago. It was like February of 2017. It's like a year and a half ago. The format has changed considerably. And there really haven't been any bannings or unbannings that were... Well, I guess Jason Bloodbraid, yeah, those were pretty big deals. But they ended up not having huge impacts on the format. They were just kind of added back to the format. Like a lot of other banned cards, I think, could be. I mean, Wild Nacatl was banned in Modern at one point. When do you ever see that card in Modern? They unbanned it and it was like, crickets? What happened? Oh, hell, I forgot to do the giveaway showing. Well, we'll do it at the end of the league. That's fine. If you make it to the end of the league, now, that's what I'm going to tell you about the giveaway. All right. There are no lands in that hand. I think I should mulligan that, and I think I should mulligan this. Where are the Aether Vials? Come on now. Alright, getting a little unlucky here. That's actually pretty lucky to do that. To get Vial on the draw, turn 1. So that's, I mean, if there is a silver lining there, that's it. Grim Lavamancer. It's like one of the least favorite creatures for Merfolk to see. Yuck. Alright. I expect a braid, you know, hands down here. But could be a million other different answers. You know, Destructive Revelry and Wear and Tear and straight up Disenchant. The Battle Bond or whatever the hell it is that we saw earlier. You know, I mean, even Naturalize and Nature's Claim, Natural State. I mean, there are just a ton of answers for artifacts and enchantments. I feel like I'd just be like Bubba from Forrest Gump, just talking about shrimp cocktail, shrimp soup, burned shrimp, boiled shrimp, cooked shrimp. You know, too much, man, too much. I'm going to go ahead and kill that guy. Play Cursecatcher. Wait a second. This is a new match, isn't it? Playing against Burn. Duh. Yeah, I was thinking about Mardu Pyromancer again for some reason. Game 1, turn 1, Grim Lavamancer. Ugh. Now this is like a dead giveaway that you have another Cursecatcher or like another 1-drop in your hand. Either that or you just don't know how to play Merfolk. At this point I really don't care about giving it away. Oh, I will counter that all day. So, I'm not sure if it'll do the damage to me anymore. I don't think it did. Okay, cool. And show a Marrow Reegery on top. I'm okay with that. I mean, at least it leaves me with a curve for Aether Vial. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Maybe bluff a counter spell, bluff like a spell pierce or something. And put it up to 3, put it up to 4, and hope that it works. Hope I last that long. Alright, so get them to 16. They most likely have a Boros Charm in their hand or a Helix. It's troublesome because they already have the 3 mana, 1 to pay for it. If I Cursecatcher it. Now that they can pay for and still kill both of my creatures. Okay. I gotta go to 9. Oh, they must not have played a land. Oh, burn player. Burn player, burn player, burn player. You played a Searing Blaze without playing a land? And you tried to hit a 2/2? Oh boy. Things that make you feel all giddy and warm inside, huh? Oh, people that don't know how to use their cards. Fantastic. Makes me happy. Even though I do it regularly on the stream, I don't really care. Even though I screw up regularly here, it makes me happy to know that other people do too. I don't know. Magic, man, Magic is just one big ball of mistakes. That's what most games and matches are just a whole bunch of mistakes. And if anybody tells you differently, then they're in on it. Bring them to 10. Boros Charm, eh? Well, wish I had 2 Cursecatchers for that one. Because I think I might have had you next turn. Depending on if I got another Lord or something next turn. Yeah. So I wouldn't have. It'd been 9. So yeah, it would have been troublesome. Spreading Seas, and that would have led into a Cavern. Yeah, that wouldn't have gotten me the game. Okay. That's fine. Not the greatest. I really hate losing like that to a deck that I can beat. But we're bringing in Spell Snares and Dispels and Negate. Maybe Kira. Definitely Dismember coming out. I feel like Vial could come out right now. Again, they're going to bring in their Artifact Destruction here. So I think maybe at least 1 Kira. Definitely facing down Path to Exile, so... I mean, I have a lot of counter magic in here for it. But Reedry's probably better to take out if you're going to bring in another Kira, so that's fine. Alright, move right on in. 4th match. Let's go, let's get it. Let's get that second game. We need it, we gotta have it. Alright, come on, Buddy Rowe. Here we go, come on now. You know you got it. Give it up. Come on, opponent, give it up. After sideboard, Merfolk should be pretty good against Burn, but sometimes, you know, I hate to admit it, but sometimes, you know, we do over sideboard. Sometimes they might over sideboard. I'm trying to kind of force them to do it by taking the Vials out. And but Spreading Seas is still going to be hit by that Destructive Revelry card, so, or Wear and Tear, which is pretty much all they play with. I mean, that's decent. I think the biggest difference in the regionals deck that I had from a year and a half ago had Tectonic Edge in the sideboard. That was really good, but maybe it wouldn't be good in this matchup. It was good for when I did sideboard Vials out. And, you know, you could kind of off-balance taking Vials out and by making like a 22-land deck. Something like that. Thought about putting Spreading Seas on that mountain, but was hoping that they would have like a Vantage or, yeah, like a fetch land here and use it, hopefully. If they don't, then they don't. So they most likely won't here, I guess. Oh, they are? Okay, right on. They must have another spell to just get greedy with it. Yep, they got greedy. But they're doing a lot of damage, so I can't complain here. Or I have to. I mean, shit. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Alright, get a land. Not a land. Alright, I gotta leave this guy as a blocker this turn. Because who knows what the hell's gonna happen. This deck's moving super fast. Super fast. Anybody watch early 90s wrestling? It's Superfly Jimmy Snuka used to come out to that. Super fly. Alright, well, that's not a card that I wanted to block. Well, they gotta play all these spells and stuff. Oh, darn it. Alright, well, I only got, what, 2 lands, so hopefully we can shut them down that away. As far as all that goes. Alright, okay, alright. I'm okay with taking 1 here. Gotta be a little careful, but I'm okay. I'm okay. I think I can get another Cursecatcher out right now. Be happy with that. Gotta play this real carefully because I'm already at 6. And if they draw even 1 land, I will be in a considerable amount of trouble. So this is where you wait for the creature to attack, and then you use the Trickster, make it lose its ability, and you block it and kill it. This is what's called a grade A play, ladies and gentlemen. Golf clap, golf clap, golf clap. Alright. Sweet golf clap break there, but we're back. We're back. We're back. Welcome back. Let's see. I don't really want to play Lord here because I'm just so far behind. They got to land. All right. We are in the trouble. All right, we're going to Trickster that guy down. Ooh, that's an Adept. That's decent. Ooh, I don't know. Kind of want to just play Lord and bring in a bunch of damage. Can we do it? I'll just leave the Trickster back. So they could actually block the Goblin Guide. Alright. Snuka? Oh, I'm sorry, Scientist. I missed your message here. Jimmy Snuka. Yeah, it was one of those crimes where I think it went cold for something like 20 years, and it was always just kind of suspected. I think he ended up killing his ex-girlfriend or girlfriend at the time, and there were just so many rumors swirling about. I mean, some people say he was in some kind of drunken stupor. Some people say he thought she was out to get him and kill him. Some people say he found out she was pregnant and he was, way high up in wrestling, and he did it that way. And some people say it was an accident. I mean, it just there's just like a million different stories out there, and I think he was convicted right around the end of his life. I can't really say whether he did them or not, killed that woman or not, but times were certainly crazy back then, especially if you were in the showbiz industry, and wrestling was definitely showbiz. You know, yeah. I don't really know what else to say about that. I mean, whew. It's almost like the Bill Cosby stuff, it's like 20, 30 years later it comes out and it's like, man, you can't really say 100% that he did it, but pretty damn sure he did it. And, Jimmy was probably going to go to jail for a long time, and I don't think he ended up killing himself, but I think he got so stressed out that his body just kind of gave out. Yeah, I mean, he wrestled for, probably 30 years, regularly, like 5 times a week plus. So, as far as the character I knew on TV, he was a good dude. But you never know what's going on backstage and behind the scenes, man. That's why they always say don't meet your heroes. Break your heart. Break your spirit. Speaking of spirit, I'm going to break this here spirit. Counter this flippin' Eidolon. Fuck that card. They got 4 cards left in their hand. That is awesome. And I just drew a Spreading Seas. Fantastic. Yeah, let's turn the subject from Snuka and all his great stuff. I don't know, I just kept going on and on about it. But they got a Swift Spear, huh? Alright, cool. Dispel, what's up, dude? Loving the Dispel action. So I'm looking at them attacking with Swift Spear. I'm bringing in Trickster, blocking. They're probably going to do some kind of removal spell. Okay, wow. Alright. That's surprising that happened. I would have thought they would have bolted in response to the Trickster hitting the board. Then they would have gotten Prowess, and it still would have been doing more damage. I will counter that. Whew, they just gave it up, huh? They said, no more. I'm done. I'm out. Out like Trout, man. Out like the fat kid in Dodgeball, man. Shoot. Burn's pretty bad matchup. Or Merfolk's pretty bad matchup for Burn, usually. So, I can see why they did that. 2-2, trying to earn the 3-2 here. Trying to be a normal modern deck. We're 3-2. If you do anything other than 3-2, you're not a normal modern deck. Not saying you're terrible or great if you go 5-0, 4-1, or 1-4, 0-5, but or 2-3 for God's sake. God forbid if we go 2-3. I don't know what I'm going to do with my life, but 3-2. That's when you're considered a real, true, modern Magic the Gathering deck. Not all these stupid tier 1 shit going 5-0 just constantly. All this humans and all these Bridgevine decks and all that. Nah. Those aren't real modern decks. Those Those are flashes in the pan. Those are flavor of the week, man. There are only 31 flavors, man. There are like 60 modern decks out there. Woo. I'm honestly not even sure what I'm talking about anymore. As long as we're not talking about Jimmy Snuka and all these damn terrible crimes. Alright. Fifth match, going in blind here. I like it, kind of. Yeah, okay. I'm okay with it. Going to 6, the opponent is. Alright. Got an island out, and they got a Guiltleaf Palace and an elf. Oh no. Oh no, this is the worst matchup for Merfolks. For the Merfolks. I'm gonna need everybody's good vibes and good feelings and all the good stuff, man, because this is gonna be rough. Oh boy, this is gonna be rough. Heritage Druid. Oh no. 4 mana for Collected Company on turn 2. Wait. What the hell just happened? They just played that guy instead? Okay. I don't know what that means, but search your library for a card named it and put it on the battlefield. Okay, well. I guess they can get 6 mana pretty easily here. I love the opponents actually complaining about playing Merfolk. It's like, come on, dude. It's like the best matchup. Enjoy it. It's free wins for you. The opponent's like, the Merfolk tonight, ... Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm just taking it wrong, but I don't really care. Let's try to kill this Heritage Druid. That's probably the best thing to do right now. They only have 2 cards left in their hand, so you know, maybe they could have played Azuri. They could play Azuri right now. See what happens here. Collected Company, indeed. That's an Arc Druid. And what else you got? Obviously a hard decision. Which awesome card do I want to bring in as well? Shaman of the Pack comes in, hits me for 5. Awesome. That is terrible. Go to 11. Alright, play Silvergill and show him a Master. Play the Master. I think that's probably the good way to do it. I mean, I could play Trickster on their Arc Druid and their upkeep. That's probably a better way to handle things. Damn, that Shaman's a 5/4. Jeez. Upkeep, I'll tap down the Arc Druid and they won't get all the mana that they think they'll get. But they're still going to be pretty strong. I mean, their Llanowar Elves are 3/3s. Yeah, and I guess they have another Collected Company or something in their hand. Ugh. Well, that's pretty terrible. Court of Calling. Yep, yep. And another Shaman. Okay, so I'm dead. Cool. Yeah, because they had another card in their hand. I'd imagine it was something awesome. Had 2 Lords coming up, though. That's... Huh. Maybe I should have stuck it in. Stuck in it. I don't know. Stuck it in. Stuck in it. I don't know. Whatever. As long as I say things correctly in the end, it's okay, right? It's alright, right? Where are my hibernations? I don't have any hibernations. What the hell happened to hibernation? We're going to have to do a league with hibernation sometime. That's a fun-ass card. Dispel will probably be good. Spell Snare will probably be pretty good because they have several 2-drops. They probably do have Cavern of Souls. Dismembers are strong. Spell Pierces are probably not very good. I think a vial is what you need. Well, no, I can cut 1 vial and... Master of Waves, because you probably won't get there. Probably won't get to the point that you need one. They're not really targeting my creatures, so Cura's not really a big deal. Echoing Truth... Stroke and Negate, I mean, Stroke would help with Collected Company, and maybe a huge Court of Calling, but I don't really see a reason to do that. Just, you know, Negate, that would stop, you know, Coco and Cord and lead the Stampede, I guess, if you do that. But, you know, at that point, you might as well just move right along and get going here. Yeah, at that point you're really just overanalyzing. You just gotta, you know, pick what you want to put in there and get out of there. You can't overanalyze everything. Spreading Seas will work here. It's one of the only reasons we can actually beat Elves is if we outpace them and get a Spreading Seas out at any point. It's how I won one of my big matches in the regionals tournament. I just needed Spreading Seas off the top of my library. I had the game locked up, just needed Island Walk, and you know was lucky enough to land it right then and there. Well, let's just start with the Lord party. They got a Land War party. We got a Lord party. Wow, they really do have a Land War party. 3 Land Wars and an Elvish Mystic. Which of these does not belong? One is different. We can't tell who it is. It's this one because it's white bordered. Fuck that card. Collected Company. Oh man. Oh man. Elvish Archdruid. You traitor. I think Elvish Archdruid used to swim. Yeah. See, his skin's all wrinkly and stuff. Yeah, I've been in the ocean for too long, man. Been taking a bath for too long. Shoo. Yeah, I'm sorry, folks. I think it might be getting wrecked here. 2 Archdruids, and I mean, can't really do much against Elves when you're just getting your face smashed in. Oh, all the Elves are 3/3s now. Oh, just rip my heart out. Why don't you? Oh, another one. Well, yeah, so this deck's becoming like a Xerox deck too. Interesting. Okay, well, we'll just save ourselves the embarrassment of being impaled on a bloody spike. Alright. Well, that is the end of that, if my computer will let us get out of here. That's it. Kaput. 5 matches over. Went 2 and 3. Not the happiest. I don't really